Stub articles in Wikipedia. A stub article is a really tiny article. It's got a nice little tag at the bottom that says, this article is a stub. You can help by expanding it. I get emails from potential clients and some of my current clients who see these Wikipedia pages about themselves or their companies, and they believe that their Wikipedia page isn't ranking in Google because it's a stub article. So they come to me shortly after they've created it, or we recommend how they go through the process of creating it. And they say it's not being indexed in Google, and it's because it's just a small page. We want a large page. The thing is stub Wikipedia articles have nothing to do with whether or not it's indexed. It has nothing to do with search engine optimization, and it has nothing to do with the quality of the Wikipedia page. Stub is just a term used by Wikipedia editors to talk about the size of the page and the quality of the page. It may be ranked as a high quality article because it's been through a review process of the peers. They've went through the references. They went through and made sure it's from a neutral point of view. And it's a very expansive article. And it goes all the way down to what's considered a stub article. A stub article just means it's a small article. Now, why would you want a stub article? It's a great way to start in Wikipedia. If you have a lot of information, you want to expand your presence, but you just don't have the time to write up a significant article, sometimes it's good just to have a stub Wikipedia page because, again, and I'm going to talk about how it's going to rank differently or the problem with the ranking here in a second, but sometimes having a Wikipedia presence is better than having none at all, a small presence versus nothing at all. So when you're looking at the stub pages, you may think I need to expand this. That way it gets better search engine. No, it has absolutely nothing to do with it. If the page isn't ranking in Google, it's going to be one of two reasons. Number one, it hasn't been indexed by Google yet. And there could be a number of reasons for this. Maybe somebody put a no index tag on the Wikipedia page, which is very unlikely because it happens in the rarest of circumstances. And it's usually only done on draft pages or pages that aren't live articles or in the main space of Wikipedia. Or it just hasn't been crawled yet by Google. Google crawls the various pages. When it sees a new Wikipedia page, it still has to come there, crawl it, find out what it's about, so it can determine how to rank it. There's a chance that it hasn't been crawled yet, or it's been crawled and Google just hasn't determined where exactly it should put it. Or maybe it's ranking it for keywords that aren't related to the topic. So that could be an issue. The other reason, which is more likely, is the Wikidata information. Now, if you're not familiar with Wikidata, it's a sister project of Wikipedia, and it's where the majority of the information from Google Knowledge Graphs come from. A lot of people think it's Wikipedia, but it's actually from Wikidata. So if there's an entry that's not indexed in Google and there is no Wikidata entry on it, I would suggest doing a Wikidata entry for it. Or sometimes there's a Wikidata entry, but it's just not connected to that Wikipedia page. The second that it is connected, if it's not connected, the second that it is connected, I've seen pages indexed within minutes after those connections are made. It's that quick on how it's monitored and crawled in that circumstances. So as far as expansion of stubs, you could do it if you feel necessary, but there's only one real reason why I would recommend to expand a stub Wikipedia page. And that is because if there is a stub Wikipedia page that Wikipedia editors feel there's no way that it will ever expand, there's not enough information to do it. So while it may qualify technically for a Wikipedia page, there's just not enough information and reliable sources to make a good article or a higher quality article. Wikipedia is either going to redirect it to a different topic, one that's related to it. Maybe it's a book, and they're going to redirect it to the author. Maybe it's about a specific product. They're going to recommend it to the company. Maybe it's about a person. They're going to redirect it to the college they graduated from or a company that they founded. Or they may just delete the page altogether because the topics, they can't redirect the name because there's nothing related to it, and there's just not enough information to create an expansive article. That would really be the only way I would suggest expanding it. Wikipedia and Google have kind of gotten away from using Wikipedia as an actual marketing tool. They don't use the language. If you were to search the best-selling books of 2023, Wikipedia isn't going to come up with that book and show it in #1 in Google. It's not going to happen. It's going to come up with New York Times and the websites that have those bestsellers, or maybe somebody on a website wrote an article about the top selling books. That's just not going to happen. If you put the most famous franchises in the history of the world, a list of franchises is going to come up for Wikipedia. If it does, it's going to be lower on the page, and it's not going to be the most famous. It's just going to be a list of them. It's not going to necessarily be those individual pages. So really, way Wikipedia needs to be used as more of a branding tool. Simply having a presence on Wikipedia. Don't make it promotional. Don't put your products. Don't put your services. Don't put your awards and stuff on there. Don't need it. Just who you are and what you do, so that people can actually utilize it as expanding their knowledge. Okay, great. And that's what Wikipedia is for. It's a knowledge database. So I want to find out about this specific thing. I'm going to go there and verify in Wikipedia. Yep, this is what they are and this is what they do. You don't need all those other intricate details. Use that for your website. So that's really the only reason you want to do it. Now, if you go in and start expanding your page because you want a robust Wikipedia presence, chances are you're going to get in trouble. Wikipedia writing is very, very unique. And most of the people that I've seen go in and try to expand their pages on their own end up adding stuff that's promotional in tone. They don't use the correct references. They don't disclose any type of conflict that they have. And they wind up getting into a worse position than when they started. These are the times when people reach out and say, hey, Mike, I had a Stub Wikipedia page. We went in and tried to expand it. Now the page was deleted and we're blocked from Wikipedia. What do we do? Well, now we have to start from square one. It's going to be more costly in order to go back and try to get it up. And you're probably going to wind up with the same page that you had before you tried expanding it. So, again, if you think a Stub Wikipedia page is causing you issues as far as branding or marketing, it is not. As long as it's indexed, showing in Google, you are fine. Nobody's going to go to that page to find out about your products or services. They use it as a brand recognition tool. They see you have a Wikipedia page, so they say, okay, they must be reputable, and then they're going to go to your website. That's where they're going to be in your sales funnel so you can sell them. If they want to know about your products or services, they're going to go to a review site. They're going to go to Trustpilot. They're going to go to Yelp. They're going to go to all these other places to find out what people are saying about you. So if you have a Stub, keep it a Stub. As long as it's indexed in Google and showing, you're fine. You're good to go. Trying to expand it could cause you more harm than what it's worth.